We are now live. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Lorenz Hour, also known as the Department of Lorenzo Services. And welcome back to day 2 of filming the camping episode. How's it going, everyone? Oh, thank God. The chat is working. What's up, everyone? Familiar faces. Yeah, when I was first, I'm not going to touch the camera because I actually like where it is. It's my trash can. Whatever. So, when I was first setting up my stream interface, I was really struggling, like finding what was it? Like an integration for the chat box. Like it wouldn't work. Then finally I found one through Streamlabs, which is working. So I'm gonna give you some light so I'm not like in the shadows. The way I see it, I'm gonna have the rest of the stream to be in the shadows. Foot massager. Highly recommend getting one if you work at home. Yeah, what's up, everyone? Good to see you guys again. No, it's going to be great. It was touch and go last stream, but of course, we're just shaking off the rust. But no, we got like, what, 600 frames? We got to frame 596. So that's really good progress. But as promised, we are going to begin this stream by revisiting the old one. The old version I made, what year? I don't even remember. I'm just going to use my profile so we don't get hit with ads. But yeah, this is something that I've been wanting to do, like revisit an old episode of BrickBob films. But I wanted to make sure that I was waiting until we got you guys from BrickBob Films to join on in, because I couldn't be doing it without you guys. Yeah, it's gonna be like a little live commentary. Okay, so Jacob, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over the original, and then we're gonna start filming. Right now we're at the scene where Squidward leaves his house and he goes up to SpongeBob and Patrick when they're in their tent, and SpongeBob says, "Have fun inside." And we're just gonna go from there. Sup, Juggle? Yeah, we looked at the Patrick leak yesterday, and I mean, it's very bizarre. I'm just like, about it. Oh. I'm looking at the first scene, like the very first opening shot for this episode, and ooh. Okay, hold on. Let me just pull this up really quick so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Also, good news, I finally have my AC running because I found the little feature, the little built-in feature where you can reduce the background noise in OBS. So now I can stream without dying of heat. Camping episode. Okay, sorry about the little jump scare. Oh my God. I don't want to put all this stuff. I'm gonna switch on like theater mode or something. All right, we're good.
Finally,
I did not click play. Thank you very much. I suppose I should enable the volume for you guys. Okay. The browser volume. Just a sec. Dude, okay. April 2015. So at this point, BrickBob Films had been going for about a year and 10 months. Just shy of 1 million views. 11, yeah, 11 years. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Oh, look at this monstrosity. Isn't this great? Oh, you can see I put the little 10 in the corner there, though. And look at this. Here's the best part. Maximum resolution of 480p. That's how you know I wasn't messing around.
Finally.
Oh, you guys can hear it, right?
The weekend is here, but this isn't just any weekend.
That is my voice when I was 13. Yeah.
This is the weekend when SpongeBob and Patrick go camping. Wouldn't it be great if they got lost in the woods and never came back?
Just let me know if this isn't coming through, okay? But I think we should be good. Audio overlaps, my audio and the... It's echoing. You guys have any suggestions for what I could do in OBS? Like, I'm new at this, like... Trying to think what I could do. I have an idea. Just because I don't know what to do, I'll just get my headphones. What's up, everyone? Ugh. Thanks for coming by. It's just easier this way. All right.
Patrick, I'm scared.
Oh, that'll be great. You've been waiting a long time for this. A soft bed, warm tea, a good book, and...
Okay, does that sound better?
to all this with no... nah.
Okay, that's better. Okay, sweet. All right. So yeah, everybody, as you all know, for any of you who don't know, this is what we're remaking, pretty much. That's the thing, like, every episode of BrickBob Films is technically a remake, but I just called this a remake because I already made this episode. It is getting a new treatment. So, with all that said, let's go.
Finally, the weekend is here, but this isn't just any weekend. This is the weekend when SpongeBob and Patrick go camping. Wouldn't it be great if they got lost in the woods and never came back?
Patrick, I'm scared.
Oh, that'll be great. You've been waiting a long time for this. A soft bed, warm tea, a good book, and to all this with no... nah.
God, my voice sounds so weird. Yeah, the background, those were large pieces of paper that I watercolored. I used to do that a lot, and it was like, I just The annoying thing when you watercolor a piece of paper is the paper's going to start to, you know, take on weird shapes and stuff like that. It's no longer going to be flat. But yeah, I'd get large pieces of paper and just like tape them together. This that you see right here, this is a 300 DPI, like 6 foot by 3 foot print that I made in Photoshop and then took to Staples. Laugh is terrifying.
Huh? SpongeBob, what are you doing?
We're camping.
He just sounds like Gollum. I haven't even seen Harry Potter. Sorry, I'm trying to move something in the chat because I keep having to look up at the chat. There. Now I have you guys next to me. It's gonna make it easier.
SpongeBob, it's not camping if you're 10 feet from your house.
It doesn't matter as long as you're outside while all those soft city folk are warm in bed, while we're out here pitching ourselves about the formidable forces of nature. Wanna join?
No,
Okay, have fun inside.
thanks. Wait, what do you mean, have fun inside?
Just have fun inside. See you tomorrow.
Okay.
Good.
You little sneak, I know what you're doing.
What?
You're saying I can't take it.
What?
You're saying I'm soft. You think your little have fun inside challenge is gonna make me come camping with you. But that is never gonna happen. There is no way. I am gonna stay out here all night with you two losers. So get used to it.
Okay. Have fun inside.
That's it, I'm in. I'll show you camping.
Did you hear that?
This is like, you know, it's OG because I'm using, I guess this is probably the silver age of the BrickBob Films channel, but like I'm using the yellow boards, which I do have in the closet, by the way. I still have those, and the tent looks like a beginner Minecraft base. I mean, like, it gets the job done. It's just a little pitch. That's all you need. I actually don't know what I'm gonna do for the tent from like the exterior view yet, but I'll figure it out. I don't think I can use these big, like these 2x4 bricks because they're too thick. It's so funny because like my voice was like, this is around the age like my voice was like about to change a lot. So it's like you can really you can hear the unsteadiness in it.
And I'll show you camping.
Did you hear that? Squidward's gonna come camping with us. Good.
Oh, I'll show you how a real
The old Squidward head is so weird
outdoorsman
looking.
does it. Here we are, my remote-controlled self-assembling tent. Watch and learn.
Whoa, that was
Watch
a really quick
and
shot.
learn.
It was less than a second.
That's great, Squidward. But how do you get inside?
Yeah, it's all crushy looking.
You saw this when it came out? Ugh. That's crazy, dude. So here's the thing. When the way that I used to make BrickBob film episodes was I would have the program and I could record audio directly in the program. I don't think that you can do that in the program I'm using now, which is DragonFrame, nor would you really even want to. You would want to do that in a dedicated editing program. But that's what was so great about that animation program that I had when I was a kid. It's just it was a simple interface. It gave you everything that you needed right there. So what I did was trying to think if I had an iPod. I think I had an iPod. When I was really young, I used to use my mom's iPhone, but I think I got my first iPod when I was 12, and it was a hand-me-down from my sister because my sister had she always got the latest iPod and then the iPhone, and she got the iPod 5, and it was like, ooh, it's so futuristic and advanced looking. Now we're at like what, iPhone 20? They don't even make iPods anymore. But I had this app where it was like a sound effect app where you would hit a button and it would play like stock sound effects. So I would be recording. I would hit the button. Also, if I am not mistaken, the microphone that I'm using for this, I think it's the one I'm using now. The Blue Yeti microphone. I have it over there. I've been using that thing for so long. I remember when I got it. Oh. Yeah, Sam Animation. I took out the old computer that I started BrickBob Films with, and it was called Sam Animation, and it was like crazy opening up the computer and seeing the old Sam Animation app logo, because they changed the name. They rebranded. It's not called Sam Animation anymore, but the program still exists.
Squidward, but how do you get inside?
Yeah, it's all crushy looking. It isn't put up yet, you idiots.
He's folding it around.
Genius!
He's tenderizing the ground.
I think
Of
those are like
course.
those are gun sound effects.
Write that down, write that down.
Huh? Oh. Well, what can compare to that lying out under the stars? Yay,
Yay, bravo, bravo.
That fire.
Well, I've worked up an appetite. I suppose that you two are just gonna stir up some twigs and rocks, right?
Nope, we have something even better. Marshmallows. Just like the astronauts eat.
Patrick the SpongeBob, do you read me? Over.
SpongeBob to Patrick.
I'd give
I
him the
do.
helmets.
Patrick
I think I'm going to give him like
I
the
like one.
Sandy's
Over.
Rocket uniforms for this
SpongeBob
part.
to Patrick. Me too. SpongeBob to Patrick. Help yourself. Over.
Yummy! Patrick the SpongeBob, the deliciousness has landed! While you two...
God, this, like, here's the funniest part. Is like, this outline is like, it's so dramatic. It's like he's a silhouette. Yeah, no, Draconis, that's what I'm thinking too. I'm trying to think if this is like the same light that I used for Conquer. I filmed Conquer this year, a few months later, so it could have been the same light. I thought that I got the light up brick specifically for Conquer. But yeah,
astronauts can eat marshmallow.
This should be a brick that has like a little light in it with a couple batteries. I think that's what it is.
Patrick the SpongeBob, the deliciousness has landed! While you two astronauts can eat marshmallows, while I have a can of Swedish barnacle balls. Just as soon as I can get my can opener.
Square can.
Squidward, didn't you pack one when you came?
Oh yeah, you see that? How you have like the Krusty Krab right there and Sandy's rocket behind it? Even though I wouldn't make that episode for like not joking 4 years. 4+ years. I think what I'm gonna do for the fire in this version of the episode is it's not gonna be physical. I think I'm going to make a 2D animation of a fireplace and edit it in post. but I will have the lighting be influenced as if the fire was really there. The only thing is I don't want to make it too pronounced because that's a little too dramatic. Because this is supposed to be casual, you know? I might play around with the lighting
Out
throughout the
here?
course of the
Why
episode.
would I bother? I'm only 10 feet from my house.
But this is the wilderness. It just doesn't seem to fit the camping spirit.
Pretty weenie. Alright, fine, give me a marshmallow.
Really quick.
Ha! Okay, instead of spitting molten fruit stuff at me, what else do you guys do for fun?
The old Squidward head is so weird looking, but I have to say that I do have like a weird nostalgia for it. You know what I mean? Like when I think of the old when I think of like when I see the old Lego Squidward head, I just think of this. No, I'm not going to make my own instrumental. I found one on YouTube. I actually should upload it to my channel privately just to make sure that there's no copyright attached to it. But I will be doing my own vocals, of course.
Well, after a long day of camping, it's nice to unwind with a nice, relaxing campfire song. I call this song the Campfire Song. Let's gather around the campfire and sing our...
This should be good. This should be good. I wanna prepare because you guys are talking in the chat. Yeah. So the old Squidward head. So I was talking about this. I don't even know what Squidward head is. It's somewhere in here because we were talking about this yesterday. Oh, here it is. Okay. So I've talked about this before in a previous stream, but would any of you guys dare to guess who this is? I'm sorry, it's just that is Squidward's head. So the reason that I have the old Squidward head here is because I can put the hat on it. So what I did was last year I really wanted to make, still do, but I really wanted to make Dunces and Dragons. That is like an episode that I have like, that's like a goal. I really, really, okay, you guys know who it is. I really want to make Dunces and Dragons. It's gonna be a big episode. It's over 20 minutes. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I'll get to make it this year because it's that big a project and I already have a bunch of other episodes I'd like to get to. But I did order this Jester uniform and I was like, here you go. It's Squidly. So that's like the cool thing about Squidward's old head is that you do have that utility. Draconis, I know. Don't make me feel bad. Trust me, I already feel bad enough. It's gotta happen at some point. Like, I really want it to happen because of the vision I have in mind for it. It's just, it hasn't been the right time yet, you know? Anyway, what I was saying is that the old Squidward head does have good utility in the sense that you can put hats on it. So that's why I still keep it around. But I was talking about this in the stream yesterday, and that was like Squidward looks weird when he smiles, you know? Because think about it. Squidward's character design as an animated character, his silhouette is created around him frowning. He always, like, him frowning and not smiling is baked into his silhouette. You know what I mean? What's up, everybody? And we got some new people joining. But yeah, it's like him frowning is baked into his silhouette. So when he smiles, it's like really like weird looking. Like go and watch SpongeBob. By SpongeBob, I mean like the real seasons, like the old ones, the ones I grew up with. Like, look for how often he's just smiling neutrally. Like whenever Squidward is smiling, it's usually a special occasion. Anyway, let us continue.
Campfire song.
The humiliation ritual.
I
Here
call
we go.
this song the Campfire Song. Let's gather around the campfire and sing our campfire song. Our CAMPFIRESONG song. And if you don't think that we can sing it faster, then you're wrong. But it will help if you just sing along. Bum, bum, bum.
That's great. I do rather enjoy this shot right here. Squidward's just blankly staring at him with that gape of a grin.
PFIRESONG song, and if you don't think that
This is kinda funny.
PFIRESONG song, and if you don't think that we can sing it faster, then you're wrong. But it will help if you just sing along. Bum bum bum.
Draconis, thank you. You are a real one. Only a true fan would lie about how good my singing is here. Here's the thing. What is it? The voice of an what, 8th grade boy is not meant for singing. It's not. You know, when you're a little boy, you know, you can do choir, you know, sing some Gabriel Fauré, P. Jesu, but not like I can't hold a I can't hold a note here.
CMPFIRESONG song. CMPFIRESONG song. CMPFIRESONG song. It will help if you just sing along. CMPFIRESONG song. Patrick! Song! CMPFIRE Squidward! Good! It'll help if you just sing along. Oh yeah! Wasn't that relaxing?
No, this is relaxing.
Yeah, I have to say, like, this wasn't as cringe as I thought it would be. I do like the shot, Patrick.
Song! CMPFIRE
Squidward! Good!
This is such a odd expression. This is like a genuinely terrifying picture. Oh yeah. Thank you, Rules.
It'll help!
Once again, we just have another shot of Squidward
If
just
you
staring
just sing
at him.
along!
Oh yeah!
Wasn't that relaxing?
Okay, so that is interesting how, like, you could tell that I was, like, not shooting for the stars, and I sang the song an octave, probably more than an octave lower. But I do have good news. I sang the same notes as Tom Kenny for this adaptation. Like, I got my voice up there. Granted, I might redo a couple lines. But then again, it's like that's once again, like I said yesterday, as long as you commit to it, the audience may not even notice how bad it is. You know? You found a CD of my own. You guys say the craziest stuff. No, I don't. The days of making. Wait. Which uncle? Because I did do. I have like 2 uncles that do music, and one of the videos, I made BrickBob film adaptations for both. One uncle I did 2 of his songs, the other I did 1. And the uncle where I did 1, I took that video down. But like, yeah, the days of me doing BrickBob film Lego SpongeBob adaptations of my uncle's bands are over. Those are not coming back. Those were for the passion, you know? Yeah, Sacred Oath. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing anymore. They have music videos of their own. Liquid, I appreciate it. Yeah, this is like I'm glad that we can revisit these together. Rest assured, we will be revisiting more like episodes of BrickBob films on stream, but just had to do this.
Ow, this is relaxing.
I'll save you, Squidward! Yeah! Whoa. Squidward, are you alright? That's it, chew, chew, and swallow. There, now are you better?
Banner, I was just fine until you launched that plastic junk food into my windpipe.
Okay. Rules, thank you very much. Really appreciate it, Rules. Okay, so here's the thing. You guys will hear clarinet in my old and even new videos. There was clarinet playing in SquidBob Tentacle Pants. I actually have a clarinet. I played when I was a little kid, and I can play like every note on the clarinet. I'm not I don't consider myself a musician. I played the clarinet for 5 years. I played the saxophone for 5 years. I used to play out, but I just didn't care about music that much. But it's just funny because I can play the instrument and I can read the music for it. I just don't play it for fun. But I have the clarinet in my closet, and I still use it for these videos sometimes. It was just one of those things where it was like when you're making stop motion projects, you're always working with what you have. But it just so happened that I played the clarinet and I was able to put it into my videos. Like, oh, Squidward plays the clarinet. Well, I could just do it myself. That was just one of those like fate things where the planets aligned just perfectly. I could have played the piano. Like I didn't play the piano. But as you could see in this episode, I was lazy and I just didn't pull out the clarinet to play it. What I was trying to do was imply that he was about to start playing it and he just didn't.
I'll save you, Squidward! Yeah! Whoa. Squidward, are you alright? That's it, chew, chew, and swallow. There, now are you better?
Banner, I was just fine until you launched that plastic junk food into my windpipe.
Squidward, I had to. It's too dangerous to play the clarinet badly out here in the wilderness. It might attract a sea bear.
We're now in the midpoint where, shit has to start getting wild. I don't know if I'm going to pull out my clarinet and play for this episode. I'm probably going to reuse some clips from what I recorded for SquidBob Tentacle Pants, if possible. But if I can't find them, I'll just play the clarinet. I'll probably pull that thing out on stream someday, but not today.
I see.
It is funny though, because I have to play bad on purpose. And one of the things that gets me about music is there are some people that sing wrong notes, and it's I feel like you have to try to sing a wrong note or play a wrong note. To me, it's if you hear a note that is flat or sharp or just straight up not right, even if it's flat or sharp, just a half step off, you can feel it in your bones, in your gut.
Bear, you mean like the ones that don't exist?
Lorenzo Ball.
What do you mean?
There's no such thing. It's just a myth.
Oh no, Squidward. Sea bears are all too real. It's on the cover of Bikini Bottom Inquirer.
I married a sea bear?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I took a
in
picture of
Fake
my
Science
computer.
Monthly.
Sea bears and fairy tales are real?
Yeah, this was what I did when I was a kid, and I like legit just didn't know what to do for like a close up thing. Nowadays, I have the iPad. I'm probably going to be drawing graphics to convey this information, but yeah, back then I just took a picture of my computer screen. I would like look it up on I would look it up on Google and just take a picture.
That's the stupidest thing I ever heard.
Well, it may be stupid, but it's also dumb.
Patrick's right, Squidward. Sea bears are no laughing matter. Why?
Hello?
Patrick's right, Squidward. Sea bears are no laughing matter. Why?
That's weird.
Patrick's right, Squidward. Sea bears are no laughing matter.
I must have not cut off the audio properly. Interesting. I I wonder if I memorized the whole thing. When I first started out doing BrickBob films, I like did all of those by memory. But I do think like also early on, like when I if I ever couldn't remember exactly what the wording was, I would do this thing where I would look up the episode on YouTube at 2 times speed because it was the only way it wouldn't get taken down due to copyright, and I would listen to that. I'm trying to think how well I knew this episode. It's possible, but I like I don't even remember. I was not reading a transcript. Definitely not reading a transcript though. I can tell you that much.
Why, once I knew this guy who 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 knew this guy's cousin.
You're right. I should be more careful. As a matter of fact, how about you tell me all the things I should do if I
Yeah,
want to
that's
keep a
what you
sea
did
bear
back then.
away?
Oh, that's easy. First,
There was so much like, oh, this but sped up because it was early YouTube. Also, you see this weird like ghostly this like ghostly light right here. If I am not mistaken, this could be peering out through the curtains. These were not made in my bedroom. These were made in the living room. I have like a designated corner where I would film these. And I remember at this time, I had like, it was like all closed off and it was just for myself. And I had like the whole area to myself to film. It was great.
of all, don't play the clarinet.
Okay, then what?
Never wave your flashlight around.
Flashlights are their natural prey.
You're kidding.
Don't stomp around. They take that as a challenge.
Go on.
Never eat cheese.
Sliced or cube?
Cube slice is fine. Never wear a sombrero
In a goofy fashion.
or
Let's skip
clown
Squidward.
shoes.
Or a hoop skirt.
And never,
Ever.
ever
Screech like a chimpanzee.
Wow, it's amazing how many things can set a sea bear off.
They're horrible.
And I have the sudden feeling that we're all in great danger.
Why?
Yeah, I took
I
my
don't
phone,
know.
played the music.
Just a feeling.
No.
Yes.
No.
Ooh, ooh.
Squidward, please don't!
Oh, what are we gonna do? A sea bear's sure to come and eat us.
You can hear that I was like trying to do SpongeBob's voice, and then I like switched to Patrick once I saw like his head move.
Oh, what are we gonna do? A sea bear's sure to come and eat us.
Don't worry, I'll draw us an anti-sea bear circle in the dirt.
It was
Good
Conker's
thinking.
Bad Fur Day.
Everyone knows. It's the best thing to do
I've
against
just
a sea
always
bear
had
attack.
Conker on the mind.
You guys are so gullible. I did everything you said and nothing happened. If sea bears exist, why didn't one of them
The figure I used for the sea bear just sucked. It sucked. I'll get to that in a bit. Also, listen to me mess up this line. It's really funny.
Everything you said and nothing happened. If sea bears exist, why didn't one of them show up?
Maybe it's 'cause you're not wearing your sombrero in a goofy fashion.
Oh, I'm sorry. You mean like this?
Yeah, the missing identity that I made, that episode, that was referencing Conker's Bad Fur Day. Yeah, you can see even like when I was a little kid, I wasn't just remaking the videos. I wanted to put like my own dramatic spin on some of them, even though for the most part it really is like a remake, like shot for shot.
Sorry, you
I
mean
like this
like
little
this?
the arm picking it up.
No, like that.
Uh.
Oh my god! Oh my god! There's a lot going on here. I love me screaming. I you can hear that I like didn't pause the music in time, so it like kind of started another interval. But yeah, so you're not gonna believe what this is. Yeah, there it is. The Lego Studios Raptor. This was from like a Jurassic Park 3 Lego set, and this is what the Velociraptor looked like. Hold on a second. Time for show and tell. Because like literally over by my television. Over by my television, I have a Jurassic Park 3 figurine. Look at how awesome this looks. Or the light. Like, dude, I love this shit. Look how cool this looks. I love this. Doesn't make noise. But like, compare this to this. Oh God. Yeah, but like, for some reason, I thought like, yeah, kind of that could pass as a sea bear. Why not? The funny thing is, in the same line of sets, the what was it? Uh, there was a pterodactyl. The pterodactyl sucked, by the way, and it had the same head as the raptor, except you just stuck a little piece in the back for the crest. I know it's like a crossover episode. Gosh, it's so weird. Anyway,
Like that.
Uh.
that's like a lion roar. That's not even a bear. It's like a lion.
Squidward, are you okay?
No.
Quick, get in our circle before he comes back.
Seaboars often attack more than once.
Are you
You good,
kidding?
Patrick?
Back.
Seaboars often attack more than once.
Sea boars.
Get in our circle before he comes back.
Seaboars often attack more than once.
Are you kidding? A dirt circle won't protect us from that beast. I'm in it for my life.
No.
Like I know I'm poking fun at this a lot, but like this is charming. Like I see the appeal, you know? YouTube was so different back then. Yeah, while recording the lines, I just like had my phone out and I would hit the play button, the music, or hit the button for the sound effect. Yeah, that's exactly what I said, Draconis.
Don't-
Like if you could take that line and put it into writing, that's what it would look like.
Run, sea bears hate that.
Thanks for the tip. I guess I'll limp home then.
No. They hate limping more than running.
Well, then I guess I'll have to.
I should
I
have
like
warned you
that
about.
scream.
Guess
They hate limping more than running.
well, then I guess I'll have to.
I should have warned you about crawling.
What'd I do that time?
I don't know, I guess he just doesn't like you.
Pretend to be someone else.
This is the scene that I was like just the other day when I was recording lines for this. This was the scene where I was like trying not to laugh. I'm not kidding. I don't think this has like ever happened, but like I was trying not to laugh when recording these lines. It's so funny. Like the more you think about it. The sea bear, like Straw last night, he said it best. It's like the sea bear, it's just activated by this list of very specific stimuli. And then you have the dirt circle in the ground, which is like a kill switch for it. It's so ridiculous.
Here, draw a circle.
Okay.
That was an oval. It has to be a circle.
Move over. Huh? Oh,
It's just a
it
lion.
worked. You guys saved my life.
Yeah.
Good thing it was just a sea bear. This circle would never hold back a sea rhinoceros.
What attracts them?
The sound of a sea bear attack.
Oh. Like I gotta say, I don't hate the lighting. Like it's I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it like this now, obviously, but like it gets the point across. Like I do feel like, it's dark. They have the fire. It's all cozy. Anyway, sea rhinoceros.
Never hold back a sea rhinoceros.
What attracts them?
The sound of a sea bear attack.
Boy, it's a good thing we're all wearing our anti-sea rhinoceros undergarments, right, Squidward?
Huh?
Anti-sea bear.
So a little bit of creative liberty. You can see what I did
This circle would never hold back a sea rhinoceros.
when the sea rhinoceros shows up, the fire goes out. I wanted to make it scarier.
What attracts them?
The sound of a sea bear attack.
Boy, it's a good thing we're all wearing our anti-sea rhinoceros undergarments, right, Squidward?
Huh?
That's great.
Rhinoceros undergarments, right?
This is the wait, the Spinosaurus. Looks just like the Spinosaurus from the movie, right? Yeah, it's from the same line. You can see that the arms are the same. Nah, not going to be using this again. I actually sold those sets because I didn't have any attachment to them. I didn't like how the dinosaurs looked. I just got them as like a novelty. Oh man. But yeah, no, we are gonna do it justice. Scooby-Doo, what do you mean, right? I also, let's see. This same year I bought the Lego Jurassic World sets because that movie came out in like summer, in like June. And I got the sets for it, and I did end up selling them, but I kept the Lego Dilophosaurus because the Dilophosaurus was always my favorite from the movie, from the first Jurassic Park. Yeah. But no, man, 11 years ago. I still vividly remember what my setup looked like downstairs where I was making these videos. I started downstairs, and I think like the last year-ish that I was making BrickBob films, like before I ended the show in 2016, I made in my room. Not this room, it was the other room. Raptor truck. Yeah, those sets were cool. I was like, when Jurassic World came out, the first one, it was like I think that was the first, or rather the last time I could remember like going to the store and specifically buying like new Lego sets. Because, at that time, by that point, I was what, 13? I wasn't going out and getting Lego sets that much. I'm trying to think what I was doing. I was probably getting video games and clay. Yeah, when I started filming Popeye, when I was streaming that, the very first stream that I ever did, somebody inquired about that Dilophosaurus figure because I made an animation with one. This is a playlist that I have on this channel. I'm going to show you guys. Hold on a second. Lost animations. Second. Yeah, you see? So, like, this is an old animation that I lost for years. I actually found two more recently when I extracted the hard drive on my old. Oh, yeah, when I took out the hard drive on my old computer. But yeah, if you go to this playlist, you can find it. But there's a bunch of animations here. But yeah, I did, like, I filmed the scene with Dennis getting attacked by the Dilophosaurus. This must have been like a few months after. Oh, okay. Yeah, 3 months after. Not even. Same desk, same lights. Yeah. And I still have the Dilophosaurus. Honestly, the Dilophosaurus would have made a better sea bear. It wouldn't have made sense, but it looks better. Looks way better. Okay. We watched this animation on stream, I think. Yeah, LV Studios, you got it.
Thought you were one of your big brothers. You're not so bad. You're not so bad. What do you want? What do you want? You want food? Look at me.
The original Jurassic Park is so good. So I changed the lighting there. Yeah, I'm like noticing that there's like some like there's attempts to do good lighting, like dramatic lighting in these. Wait, wait, really? 30th anniversary set with Dennis? Wait, did they make a set for this scene? Now you're gonna be curious. So I want to put that away. Looking this up. Oh, wait. Hold on a second here. Yeah, obviously that wasn't Dennis. Like, that wasn't a Dennis figure. Nor was it the right Jeep. Oh, wow. I'm looking at this now. Huh. Okay, wait. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that's sweet. I would have loved this. Oh, did someone make their own? I'm not gonna watch the whole thing. I don't want to steal someone's animated work. Oh. Oh, it's not animated. It's a build. That's a pretty epic photo. Shout out to Hachiro 24. That's sick. Shoot, I would have loved that. That's cool. Thank you for sharing that with me. I did not know that they did that. So cool. I learn all kinds of things when I stream with you guys. It's sick. I'm glad that they specifically made a set for that scene. That was like my favorite scene in the original Jurassic Park. Well, oh boy. So, with all of that said, after watching that, after watching the original version of the camping episode, I don't know if we're going to be able to top it, but you know what? We're going to try. So, let me just pull up the animation view. Second. Wait. Trying to find it. Video capture. What's going on? I'm changing my thing. Yo, shout out to Lethal Lord. This is not the tab. Hold on a second. I'm still trying to connect this. Here it is. Jesus. Lethal Lord, thank you so much for the 5. Wait, they made that set? Gonna drop you a like, Lethal Lord. Everyone drop Lethal Lord a like. Show him our support. But let's see now. This is good. All right. So, this is where we last let off. I like how this looks. That blue in the background. Oh, we got our camera on. Not the lighting we're going for. This is just what how my room looks right now. Lethal Lord is indeed the GOAT. Well, I have to say that this makes me feel a whole lot better about how the lighting looked last night. Anyway, I think we got to get right back into it. We are approaching 8 o'clock, just about, and I think we just got to jump in. So, hold on a second. I have to get the clapperboard. So, thank you guys for tuning in for the revisiting. Now we're going to get to filming. We've got an episode to make. With all that said, this is... work on that E. I think we'll be fine. This is the camping episode, BrickBob Films, Day 2. Closing my curtain. Not want that interfering. Oh, just took off my headphones. Let's see what we got. I think I had that one off. Don't need that. Oh, I don't think we need a diffuser. For this video? I mean, let's see. Maybe about 2 to 3 hours. The first stream last night, it's a bit touch and go. Getting started, like getting back into the swing of things, filming for BrickBob Films, it's always the hardest. That's the worst part. But the more you film, the better and smoother things go. Because now I'm getting like my material out, my Lego bricks out, the stuff that I like need on like a day in, day out basis. It looks so weird. Did I have it this high yesterday? Hold on a second. Okay. We are going to adjust the camera just a little bit. Last year, I got the adjustable height desk. Motorized. And it is the best. Would like a little bit of light on SpongeBob's face because he's kind of in the shadows right now. That's the wrong one. Huh. It's like, it's okay. Yeah, I want it to feel marginally brighter inside of the 10 compared to the outdoors. I want it to look kind of like colder outside. Shout out to Lethal Lord, everybody. I mean, can I like increase the depth of field just a little? I always try to use as little ISO as possible. As you can see, we're at 100, which is the lowest it can go. Okay, have it your way. If I had the diffuser, is that gonna? Nah, I don't like that. That's the problem. The diffuser will kind of dominate the other lights. Nah, it's still too dark. Oh, Burger Motion, you weren't around when that discussion took place last night. So, what happened was when I was like right at the end of filming, Squid Bob Tentacle Pants, Squidward's arms just disintegrated. I actually put them in my desk. I still haven't thrown them out for some reason. I have them right here. These are Squidward's old arms. And I was like, what? I rummaged around to see if I could replace them, but I couldn't. I was out. So I just kind of had to improvise and give Squidward sleeves. But yeah, so now I would pretty much, I think, just need to order another Lego Squidward. I'm thinking the translucent sticks. I already did a shot in this episode with the stick, but you know, I don't want to use it all the time. You kind of have to choose when to use it. Of course, when yeah, Squidward, he has the sweater in Snowball Effect. Hold on, I need like an activity for SpongeBob and Patrick. Oh, you know what? I'm also going to start the work block. Production. Second. I love that you guys can see my animation software. Like how cool is it that we live in this age where I can show you guys like this deep into the production process. Also, I want to make sure that I'm going to have a proper like tent thing to pitch for the outside, the exterior shot. Because I don't know if I have like flat pieces like that are red. Always working with what you have. The Krusty Krab is upside down. See this boat? This boat will do because it has a flat piece at the top. Just going to take that out. There's one. And you know what? I don't think the other one has to be red too. It doesn't need to be red. If we had two, it would be perfect, but think I'll just use this for the other half. That's the thing. It's like you got to choose your battles. Not every minute detail is worth obsessing over. Oh, actually, I have something at my desk. Just in case for emergencies, one of these. I specifically ordered one of these on eBay. So easy. I remember getting these in like Lego sets when I was a kid. Like Lego sets, they just started including them, but I just I never kept any of them. I didn't care. But no, last year I went out of my way to order one because I was like, yeah, I need one of these on deck. I don't want to be fighting with the Legos any more than I already have to. The white one will do. Yeah, looks enough like a 10. Oh, I don't know about those. I don't know about those new sets. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I don't really know about all things SpongeBob. Like growing up, people always thought that like, oh, I was the SpongeBob guy. I was the SpongeBob expert. I loved SpongeBob more than anything. But really, like ever since I was a kid, it was like, yeah, I'm just a guy that makes SpongeBob like videos about SpongeBob on YouTube. Like I get it, but at the same time, it's like, nah, I'm like a casual SpongeBob fan. I grew up with the show. I watched the oh man, I mean, I watched it on VHS. Watched I love the pre movie seasons. And I watched the DVDs from like the post movie era a bit, but like it's not like I'm not like a crazy SpongeBob enthusiast. I'm just a fan of the show like you guys. You know what I mean? Some of you guys are probably like bigger fans of the show than like me, but it's like I'm just oh, make sure I get that right. Oh, another thing that I tend to do when filming, I haven't turned this on yet. I usually film with these on like all the time. You'll notice in my shots that I tend to film using the rule of thirds. That kind of composition awareness, like it makes a difference. The rule of thirds, like it's not it's not as much like a rule as much as it is like an anchor. The rule of thirds is just like a good anchor, and it's up to you to change around those however you wish for dramatic effect. But if you're filming like a normal scene, comfortable, casual, the rule of thirds is just easy to follow to like, yeah, this is what a scene should look like. I just want some props in the background, populate the scene a bit more. Eh. Patrick doesn't need a chicken leg. The many faces of SpongeBob. I use these a lot. I think that you could definitely make superior buildable toys based on SpongeBob, but but I mean, look at this. I seem to be doing just fine with the Lego stuff, as flawed as they are. One second, I'm just gonna zoom out a little bit. Okay. And where's the other? Sorry, I'm trying to get in the zone a bit. Just adjusting that. Yeah, I saw Sponge Out of Water themed sets, but that was like what, Imaginext? Like I remember seeing that other brands got their hands on the SpongeBob IP, and they were definitely doing way more with it. Yeah, like I saw a YouTube video about like the Lego SpongeBob sets, and I think that he like kind of put it best where it was like Lego was definitely just sitting on the IP and probably doing the bare minimum just to keep it out of competitors' pockets, like competitors' hands. Which is sad, but also makes sense. When you get older and just learn how the world works, that makes like perfect sense. It's sad, but that's just the way it is. When I was a kid, Mega Bloks I loved Mega Bloks, particularly Mega Bloks Dragons. Mega Bloks Dragons is like the reason that I really want to do Dunces and Dragons for BrickBob films. Like I really, really want to combine those two worlds. And I didn't get these nearly as much, but there was also like I think I got a couple like Mega Bloks Pirates of the Caribbean sets when I was a kid. There was Mega Bloks Pirates, and then they got their hand on the Pirates of the Caribbean IP. And those were really well done. Those were just as good. And like here's the thing. Like I know that Lego is really big. Lego's a big brand, this and that and this and that. They always win because they're Lego. But I legit think like I like I definitely like Mega Bloks better. Like from growing up with it, I liked Mega Bloks better. I got more out of it. I enjoyed it more. Like I like Legos. Who doesn't? But when I look back on my childhood, Mega Bloks I think takes the cake. We are on our way. Mega Bloks sets, and by the sets I mean like Mega Bloks Dragons, Mega Bloks Pirates. The rugged look of those sets fit the themes way better. Even if you made those exact same IPs with Legos, Dragons, Fire and Ice, Metal Ages, the Pirates of the Caribbean set. I mean, they did eventually make Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. But if you tried doing those sets the exact same way, but with Lego, it wouldn't be as good in my opinion. The Mega Block sets had this like organic, rugged look to them that fit the settings, the world so much better than Lego. Once again, you know, not saying I dislike Lego, but I absolutely 100% like I'm so glad that Mega Bloks was there for me growing up more than Lego. Of course, I like Lego and I made a YouTube channel because of Lego, but you know, it was also the factor of Lego releasing sets based on my favorite cartoon. My favorite cartoon growing up. If you release these exact same sets with Mega Bloks and I bought them all, I probably would have been Mega Bloks SpongeBob. But you want to know what the crazy thing is? If I did that, the channel probably wouldn't have taken off. Maybe not. It could have. But the branding, that brand name Lego is powerful, you know? But not only that, do I just like did I enjoy the Mega Bloks sets and what they did like more growing up? But it's also important to note that Mega Bloks sets were way more affordable. You know? Like those sets being more affordable made it way easier for like my mom to get me them, you know? No, yeah, if you don't know what Mega Bloks Dragons are, look them up. They were amazing. There were several years of like different waves, different like themes. It was like a big IP. And I think that they kind of struck gold at the time because there was this like, you know, fantasy genre appeal going on. There was stuff like Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter. Disney was doing their own take on Narnia. The Golden Compass film. There was Bionicle. They made their own film that was basically like a one-for-one remake of Lord of the Rings. But Mega Bloks Dragons, once they started doing their Fire and Ice line, they included a movie that came with the sets. And it was good. Like I loved it when I was a kid, and I found both movies because they made a sequel. I found them both on YouTube, and I like gave them a watch, and I was thinking like, oh, this is going to be lame. But I watched them, and they were just as much fun as I remembered. It was a really fun trip down memory lane. I remember me and my sister and my friends like recreating the movies with my sets. Okay, so here's the thing. I did see Avatar: The Last Airbender, but not when I was growing up. When I was growing up, the show was still coming out, but I didn't have TV. I only had like VHS tapes. I first saw Avatar: The Last Airbender during I saw it during COVID. Really good show. I want to rewatch it though. I cannot confirm whether or not I've seen the new movie, the one that got leaked. I cannot confirm whether or not I've seen it, but all I can say is, based on what I've seen from it so far, it's amazing. It's great. Trailers look awesome. Yes, I have seen Breaking Bad. I mean, so here's the thing, I've only seen Breaking Bad 5 times. So what I did was like I watched it 4 times, and then like after watching it for the 5th time, only then was I like, okay, maybe this is a good show. Maybe. I am going to be making Lego Breaking Bad. Actually, someone in the chat here said, like, are you going to be making other remakes of shows? I'm going to be making Lego Breaking Bad. You guys are going to be happy to know that the same voice actor for Patrick in this animation is going to be the same voice actor for Skylar White. Really, really good character actor. It's going to be awesome. I think it was like 2021. I did a joke on BrickBob Films where I was like, oh, stay tuned for Lego Breaking Bad. That's going to be my next series. Like, here's the thing. I think it would be so funny to do, like, as a prank, like, animate an entire episode of Breaking Bad, like, in the same format as one of my, like, BrickBob Films videos. Oh, if only animation were so easy. If it were, I would be pulling so many jokes. But unfortunately, like the amount of time and effort to do something like that for a show that's not mine and for a property that's not mine, it's just not worth it. At least with BrickBob Films, I already have this like foundation and this audience that I built over over 10 plus years. But so you know, I'm glad I can do this.
Aren't you SpongeBob? Aren't you two supposed to be kept?
I did not see Legend of Korra. Dude, the stop motion specials, like the little stop motion films that they made with the Mega Bloks Dragons lines, those were amazing. Tom man, welcome. Good to have you here. I don't think we've seen you here before, but welcome. Geist, the clay, it's going to be a clay animation sea bear.
Aren't you two supposed to be kept?
You do 39 frames per second?
Supposed to be.
Okay, so I don't know if you can see this, but Burger Motion, this project is being filmed at 15 frames per second. I have never in my life filmed higher than 24 frames per second. 24 frames per second, that's like feature film, Leica Studios type stuff. I would not recommend filming above 24 frames per second. That should be the limit. Do what you want, but I say it's overkill. Like, animation's already hard enough, so don't kill yourself, you know? Like, I don't know if I can say that on YouTube, even though it's negative. You can't say certain things on YouTube. Oh well, hopefully I don't get taken down. But don't break your back over filming at an insanely high frame rate, you know? Because animation is tough enough. Burger Motion, keep in mind that like when I started doing animations, I was doing 10 frames per second. I don't know how long you've been doing stop motion, but I did that for a long time. Now that I do stop motion professionally, I don't animate at only one frame rate. It really depends on the project. So, for instance, like BrickBob Films episodes, I film these at 15 frames per second. But for the Popeye project, I'll do 24 frames per second. Lolo the Lucky Clown, those animations that I did, those like studies, those were 24 frames per second. And a cool thing is when you get more proficient, you can actually mix different frame rates. So like in SquidBob Tentacle Pants, you know, it's filmed at 15 frames per second. But that scene where the SpongeBob head comes out of the box and like the face distorts when SquidBob Tentacle Pants, when he comes out of the box and it's really scary, that was filmed separately at 24 frames per second because I wanted more. Those extra frames make a big stylistic difference. Why are my lights flickering? They kind of just as long as it's not being captured on like the actual photos. All right, so you've been doing it around like you've been doing it for as long as me almost. I learned how to do stop motion officially I think in like 2007, but like whatever. We both been doing it a while, so you get it. But yeah, I would be curious what made you decide to film at 39 frames per second just out of curiosity. Oh shoot, Tom man, I should have done that. Guys, we're playing GTA 5. Yeah, we're playing GTA 5. Like, welcome to my GTA 5 live stream. Draconis, that sounds awesome. I really want to do. I want to do. Uh, Jeez. I want to do Dunces and Dragons. I always blank on the name, just so I can feature as much Mega Box Dragons stuff as possible. Will Dunces and Dragons come out before GTA 6? Who knows? Tom Man, thank you so much. So I don't know if you were here for this, but for the first like hour of the stream, we were rewatching the original of the episode that I'm making now. Made it what, 11 years ago? Crazy how the time flies. Thank you so much. I I think the episode of BrickBob Films that like put my channel on the map. It was like one of the first episodes I ever made that I made before I started the channel. I think it was Lego SB129 or Lego SpongeBob SB129. That was SB129 was my favorite episode for a while. Nowadays it isn't. I actually find it a little bit creepy. I would if I were to remake SB129, I would make it terrifying. Like not gonna lie, I would make it very, very scary. I actually did remake SB129 already. It's just that episode's like different. Dude, me and my sister, we still make like Walter Jr. breakfast jokes. They're so funny.
Not, not camping if you're, if you're, if you're not camping if you're 10 feet from your house.
I'm trying to see if I can cheat a little bit here.
As long as you're outdoors, while all those, as long as you're outdoors, as long as you're outdoors, while all those, as long as you're outdoors,
Does this work?
as long as you're outdoors, while all those, while all the, while all those, as long as you're outdoors, as long as you're outdoors, while all those, while, as long as you're outdoors, while all those soft city folk with their beds with books.
See how that looks.
As long as you're outdoors, while all those soft city folk are safe in their beds reading books. Folk are safe in their beds reading books.
All right. I think we'll adjust the camera in just a sec. I'll do that close up with Squidward after. I like if I'm planning on shooting like consecutively all one thing. I like to do all the shots at once rather than having to pick up and move the camera over and over and over.
All those soft city folk are safe in their beds reading books.
It was released December 31st. I didn't see that. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, Burger Motion. Everyone, never hesitate to share my content, my work with anyone you think who might enjoy it. I mean, that's how word gets around. You guys know anyone who likes stop motion animation or animation period, or has never seen an animation live stream before? Like, feel free, send it, like, share it, bring people on in. And remember to check out the Patreon. You can join for free. The reason that I'm mentioning that to so many people is like, just so you guys can have a way to stay connected with me in case anything ever happens. It's kind of like a lifeline. But yeah, check out the Patreon so you can join for free if you want. You can join a paid tier, or you could become a channel member here. But that's paid. Yeah, you see this? See the light hitting him that much? Yeah, because of the light, I have to like move him more than I otherwise would want to. You can see the glare is kind of getting on Patrick. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, ever since I've been on YouTube, there's been a lot of weird trends that have come and gone with YouTube, stuff hitting the algorithm just right, and then tons of copycat channels coming along, blowing up and saturating the genre, all trying to make some money. And the same thing's going on with like artificially like just generated like video scripts and edits and like footage. It's just, I don't know.
You want to join us?
Like, it's freaking out a lot of people, and like I agree, but like I still remember when
You want to join us?
before artificial intelligence was around and everyone was using it to just like do all the heavy lifting. There was reaction videos. Like, reaction videos were blowing up at one point. Then after that, there was Elsa versus Spider-Man, like what do you call it? There was like those inappropriate kids channels. Those were huge at one point. And then one day there was like an update from YouTube saying that like if you were making inappropriate content with like popular children's characters, you were not going to be able to monetize it. And then they all vanished. Elsa Gate, is that it? I don't know where the gate comes from, but yeah, those were like really inappropriate. Those were very disturbing. Absolutely not. I don't regret making Lego SpongeBob. Like, here's the thing. Of course, bad stuff has come from YouTube, sure. But there's been so many good things that have come from YouTube as well. Like, I can't, like, it's just, it's kind of like what we're kind of going through with technology right now, how technology is bringing so many problems into our world and just everyone's trying to keep up. But at the same time, because we have all of this technology, I'm able to do these live streams. And because we have this technology, I was able to start broadcasting my work from a very young age. So it's like, it's just one of those things where it's like, you kind of have to take the bad with the good. You have to like make the best of it possible and do your best to expel and avoid the bad side of it, you know? Because I'm gonna say it right now, it's like something that I say to like my students with animation or media production is like I say, you know, there's if you want to be a filmmaker, like I would imagine that everyone in the stream right now wants to be a filmmaker to some degree or does do filmmaking. Like I know that like for me, I was able to get started so early because things like digital media exist. But one of the things that I'm trying to do to adapt to how high volume and saturated YouTube is now is I wanted to go over my process in relation to my animated projects because like I was saying this in the previous stream, these episodes of BrickBob Films, they take longer to make than ever, but making an like a stop motion animated film is like a genuinely like really interesting, fascinating, fun process. And you know, if I could be like another stop motion content creator doing more behind the scenes and letting you guys see how it's made, I think that could be great.
Apple, apple. Okay, apple, apple,
Oh boy. SpongeBob just said the words of doom. Have fun inside.
apple side.
There's been a lot of weird comings and goings with YouTube ever since I've been on the platform, but I'm just thankful to still be here and have you guys like how like really think about this. How awesome is it that not only am I still making these animations, which I think is like I feel so lucky that I can make these animations and have all this time to do what I love. But the fact that I'm able to do this and I can make the films with you guys, like that's crazy. Like think about how insane that is. Why would I want to be making, you know, TikTok, I'm a be what else do people listen to on TikTok? Um what is it? Es hora de comer. Like, could you imagine if I was just like making stuff like that? Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's Lorenzo. It's your boy Lorenzo. Es hora de comer. Like, could you imagine it? Like, why would you want to do that when you could do something like that challenges you a bit more? I don't know. Maybe Spanish is very challenging for some people. Obviously, my Spanish is excellent. Es hora de comer. You have no clue what that is. I wish I were you.
Side.
Yeah, burger, I don't know what that is. I do not know what that is. Starsky and Hutch? I don't know what that is. You guys will notice that like last year in like a few moments, I would do smear frames in the animation. The reason that I don't do that more is I need to have the right colored bricks. Now, the thing is for like SpongeBob, it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy finding yellow and brown Lego bricks. But finding tan, like not even tan, just Patrick colored Lego bricks or Squidward colored, like no, you don't. You don't.
Side.
Does that look okay? I don't like that. It's too abrupt. I think one more frame will smooth it out just a little. So I'm gonna... You just use your other Squidwards. That's not a bad idea. I'm just picturing like multiple Squidwards, like
Side. Side.
I have to lock in. This is a very long sequence. I guess I should be thankful, but also like, oh my God. I mean, look, we're at like 1,000 frames right now. I think we might be able to finish the shot, but I'm gonna be going for a bit. I just know that like, so here's the thing, like, I don't think I'm gonna be doing many streams on the weekend, like, cause my friends all work throughout the week and they're usually free on the weekends. That's when we hang out. But I wanted to do at the very least 2 streams before Monday, you know? But next week, it's gonna be like definitely Monday and Wednesday, but I'm also hoping for like a Tuesday and Thursday. No, but Burger Motion, there's something funny about the idea of like only Squidward do you see like the multiple versions of him. Because Squidward he doesn't have alternate facial expressions. It's just like SpongeBob, if I try doing it with SpongeBob, it would be weird because he has different faces. But that would be funny if it was like a uniquely Squidward thing. I would have to buy more Squidwards. But yeah, someone mentioned that like because the figures have been long out of print, they're really expensive. That's one reason why I'm like, ugh, at the thought of like having to buy more of these things. I spent like trying to keep it PG, like $50 on this stupid Man Ray. That's how devoted I am because you, the people, deserve it. And if I'm not going to do it, who else will? Actually, someone did make a like a Lego SpongeBob Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 3. But it wasn't. The person that made that was smart enough to not spend $50 on a stupid Imaginext Man Ray figure. I have a little funny little thing I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna have Squidward fully immerse himself, invest himself in the 10. I'm gonna have him like pop his head in. I think it's just adds a little bit more variety. Little more silly. Oh, I'm not gonna be buying a tent on eBay for this. Like that's the thing. Like if it's really necessary, I'll buy something. Oh, here comes the train. Wonder if you guys can hear it. It's kind of loud. Anyway, if it's like super necessary, I'll buy extra crap for like an episode of BrickBob Films. But in this case, it should be fine. Oh, actually, I wished I didn't do that just now. I wish I didn't do that. I don't want to pull focus yet. I'll just put two like Lego boards together. We'll be fine. I will say that like I've been on a bit of like a toy kick recently, looking at old toys I got when I was a kid that I do not have. And I will admit it's very, very tempting to buy them when I see them on eBay. I am trying to stay away from eBay, like because I would buy all of them in the world, you know? But I try not to like I just can't be collecting, you know? There are grown men that like have just because like I used to collect when I was a teenager, and it's just there's so many like it's just money sitting on a shelf. So now I have a little small collection, but I don't want it to get out of hand. Burger Motion, you're okay. And actually the ads, they help me. So I understand your frustration, but they do help. Just so you know. But I get like, yeah, it's a live stream. It's gotta be frustrating, but it's it comes with it, you know. It's either like watch the ads or like pay YouTube Premium. Ah, one at a time, one at a time. Yeah, I don't know what my next one's gonna be. I just like I know that I would like to do Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 2 at some point. I just want to get I want to get to Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 3. Like I really want to get to that. That's such a good episode. I don't even care if there's like not really going to be any clay animation effects in it. But like here's the difficult part about Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy is like people are always asking me to do Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy episodes, but there is a they're numbered, which suggests there's a chronologicality to it. But SpongeBob episodes are all bottleneck episodes. They're not really cohesively linked. So the numbers like piss me off, kind of. I'm not really a fan of the first episode of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. It establishes who they are, but I'm just not that big a fan of the episode. Oops. Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 2 is also just fine, in my opinion. But it does have Dirty Bubble, who is epic. Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 3 is great. I do not like Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 4. Like, it has its moments. It's just like, eh. It doesn't build out the universe like the Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy lore. Oops. Heck. Also, might I mention that like well, I guess this is kind of true for Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 3. They're not even in 4 that much. They're like pretty absent in 4 and 3. Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 5 is great. That's an episode I'd really like to do. Favorite villain? That's really tough. What's your favorite villain? Cause like I'm trying to remember. I mean, you have Man Ray, Dirty Bubble, Flats to Flounder, I Bubble Bass. I'm trying to think who my favorite is though. Plankton is great, but he's also like the problem with Plankton is he's also like a person, which makes him hard to hate. He's more fleshed out. He's great in the first SpongeBob movie though.
You mean have fun have fun inside?
Dennis is great. When I was a kid, I didn't know that Dennis was even a name. So I thought that his name was Dentist. I'm not kidding. I was very smart as a kid. You know how it is like when you're a kid and you hear a word that sounds like another word, so you're like, "Oh yeah, they're the same thing," right? Patrick, why are you moving? Please stop. Doodle Bob is great. So there's this game called Atlantis Square Pantis Square Off. It's an amazing game. And one of the really impressive things about that game is they reference so many obscure SpongeBob characters, like even like designs, like so obscure, because you can tell that like for creating all like the individual enemies that SpongeBob has to fight in that game, like they went through the treasure trove to find as many villains as possible. So I'm like thinking about that game, seeing if there was anything that stuck out. But yeah, like everyone showed up except Bubble Bass. Flats the Flounder was a villain that you could fight. Lord Royal Highness and all the Atlantean guards, obviously. The Sea Bear, the Sea Rhinoceros, Doodle Bob shows up. The Killer Shrimp. The Electric Eel from Rock Bottom. Just everything. I would like play that game on stream. Like, that's crazy. I'm using Dragon Frame to film this. Dragon Frame, it's as good as you can get. It's the industry standard stop motion software. It's used for TV and shows and movies. Well, film and TV rather. But yeah, it's the industry standard software. What I like about it is that it's not a subscription. You just buy a license to it and you get updates for a few years. It has ongoing support, but it is expensive. It's like $300. Yeah, stop motion studio is really good. Like if you're starting out, the cheaper the better. I didn't use Dragon Frame until after I ended BrickBob Films in 2016. The first time I filmed with it was like the very next month. It was like December 2016. You know, it was an adjustment. It looks super complicated, but it's actually not that bad. A lot of the tools in Dragon Frame you'll probably not even have to use. I mean, yeah, no, start out cheap. Like, here's what I always say is you'll have your whole life to upgrade your equipment, buy new software, all that stuff. But if you have like a free software or a really cheap software, don't let that discourage you from just getting to work. If your software is crashing a lot, if it's like a problem, then address it, but work with what you have to start out. Dang it. Work with me, Squidward. I can't wait to see what the sea bear looks like. I have no clue. I have no clue. But we're gonna figure it out. I learned how to do so. Let's see. I was, I guess, introduced to stop motion when I was about 6 years old. There was like some family friends, well, friends of my relatives who like made a stop motion animated film in their living room. And they showed me the film and they showed me this process called stop motion animation. They showed me how it worked, they showed me what they did. And then my relative got me a book that like allowed me to make animations from home digitally, because when these people showed me how to do stop motion, they shot it on film. I think it was film. Anyway, it was very long ago, but I think that like just learning how stop motion worked really sparked my curiosity, because I saw what stop motion looked like at a professional level, because I saw Nightmare Before Christmas, and I saw what it looked like at an amateur level by this couple that just made a film in their bedroom. So I was super curious, like, wow, these two films are made with the same process. The only difference is just the capability, the experience. So I was like, I gotta learn it. I gotta get good at this. But the most interesting part was when, I guess the most important was when my relative got me a book that came with a software. I've talked about this book on stream before. It was a book that was designed to just help kids get started doing stop motion animation, like making their own films. And that was what I did. And then it led to me making BrickBob films. I filmed toys, I filmed my annoying orange plushies, I filmed household objects, I filmed clay. I filmed whatever I could get my hands on. Now we're here. But yeah, I would say that that was like kind of how it went. Like There was a discovery period. Then the discovery led to curiosity, and the curiosity it led to the drive to practice and create. And the creating of the animation led to me distributing it, so publishing to YouTube, and the rest is history. You know? The sea bear, I'm planning on having it be more faithful. Well, I don't know. It's gonna be faithful to the show I have in my head, but I usually take a little any opportunities I can get to like sprinkle my little Lorenzo isms on it. I will definitely do that. I'll do a sea rhinoceros. It's tempting to do something different, like a sea elephant or a sea dragon or a sea whatever Bowser, but nah, I can't be doing. I can't do the sea rhinoceros like that. The sea rhinoceros is important. It's important to the mythology. They are summoned by the sound of a sea bear attack. Yeah, that's the difficult part about lighting Legos is you have to light up their faces, but at the same time not completely reflect the light from the print or the plastic. Do you see this? See how horrible that looks just at that specific angle? I turn it a little bit. It's gone. Can you believe that? I have to deal with. And you guys thought that making BrickBob Films episodes would be exciting. This is it. Too slow. It starts out quick and then it gets like really sluggish. It's not good. No, I'm gonna stick to the original ending. Yeah, I'm not gonna like go crazy different. Yeah, like you know why I think I went different for those endings in Jesus. In for those endings in particular, it's because those endings were so bizarre, so random. It's like, okay, if the show went really random with it, I might as well too. Like the ending for I Had an Accident is so out of left field. It's so bizarre. Same thing with Graveyard Shift. Yeah, man, dude, film all you want. That's why we're here. I want people to get inspired to do their filming. If you want, you can have this playing. You can have the stream playing while you film too. Personally, I listen to stuff while I stream, or when I'm animating rather, just to kind of break up the monotony, music, YouTube videos, movies, but if you want, like, you can listen to the stream and animate.
No,
We're gonna be going because I really want to get to frame 2000.
no, what? Your
Yeah, don't worry about it. You don't have to be chatting all the time to, you know, be valuable. Just having you here is good, even if you're just listening to it. I'm getting in like a flow, you know. Stop motion is like one of those things where, like, it's one of those few things where, like, look at me. I'm standing in the dark room, moving figures around. There's like, it's very peaceful. It's very meditative. I'm not feeling the urge to check my phone every 5 seconds. Like, there's moments like this, like that feeling I get when I'm in the middle of a shot. Like, this isn't something that comes up much in life in other places. Well, what I'm saying is this is special. It's so funny because we're just filming a very simple dialogue moment, some silly banter. You know, you guys are all going to see the episode on BrickBob Films, but then you guys can come back to this moment in this stream right now, and you can hear me getting all philosophical and deep while filming these puppets. It's just I just don't know how to put it into words. It's such a feeling. Too much buildup.
Don't.
I'm gonna delete those. Yeah, it's. I mean, I've always functioned better at nighttime. I don't know if it's just because I do creative work, but like I don't know, I associate the daytime with like phone calls, dealing with people, socializing, busy work, go to the gym, run an errand. And even then, I have like less of those to have to do than most people. I devote a lot of time to animation. And it's just, yeah, like nighttime is like very special. The creative energy flows, not waiting for the phone to go off. But what's cool is like because I have a blackout curtain, I can create an artificial night. But still, there can be activity going on in the day, which you kind of have to zone out. But no, doing this in the winter, it's cozy, like filming. I was filming episodes last year, like in a hoodie. Now I have to have the AC on just to keep me alive. God dang it. Yeah, I don't hate the sleeves. I really don't hate the sleeves. Because in the show, he has short sleeves. And seeing Squidward with long sleeves now, like it looks better to me. Of course, I would prefer if he had like a special print that gave him short sleeves, but like I don't hate this. Because like seeing him like this now, like it makes the old. You see what I'm wearing right now? Sleeveless. Like I feel like this is what Squidward used to look like. He had his whole arm out.
Don't think I can't.
Yeah, I really don't hate this. I really don't hate the sleeves. Oh, I need some water. You know what I mean? You know how it looks like go back and watch the other episodes of BrickBob films. It looks like Squidward's wearing a tank top. That freaking glare. See it a mile and a half away.
See. I can't see. Think I can't see. Think I can't see what you're doing. What you're.
My favorite part of finishing filming an episode, being done. Yeah, like here's the thing. I love making animated films, but it's like you have to understand that doing a 10 plus minute long show like SpongeBob and animating it, like 90% of the work is just this.
What?
I think it's just like to get more serious. Like, even though what I'm doing right now is very tedious, I do really enjoy this. I want you to know. Like, if I did not enjoy doing exactly what I'm doing right now, I certainly wouldn't have stuck around this long. You know, it's me, it's the toys, the camera, the shutter click, my air conditioning, watching these insignificant pieces of plastic inhabiting the world on screen and just watching it come together. I live for this. Ooh. My motorized desk, my LED lamps that aren't filling the room with heat, my digital media that I don't have to take to a development studio after filming all day. The fact that I can see what I'm filming in real time and I can watch the playback and I can adjust accordingly. I'm the happiest person in the world right now.
What? What?
Yeah, what?
What? What?
You guys see this face that SpongeBob has on right now? There was like a point where when I was like a teenager, one of one of the faces, it was this face, one of them it was like really faded, the print was like in bad shape. And I was like, I need to replace this. So I like ordered like a pack of 5 on eBay of this face. I think I still have like a bunch of them, a bunch of extras.
You're saying
Someone asked how far along we are. Right now we are at nearly frame 1400. This whole shot is 1850 frames. So we're actually almost there. So the way that this is going to go is I'm filming all the shots inside this tent. I think we're more than halfway through. I hope we are. And then I'm going to do a couple extra shots and then we're going to be done. I'm going to call it a night. I used to, for the longest time, I would balance the Lego characters on top of the boards which led, like, not only was it extremely annoying because the characters would fall over all the time, but it also resulted in more stiff, less expressive animation. So when I came back to BrickBob Films last year, I took inspiration from the stop motion film A Town Called Panic. I would highly recommend, if you like my videos, I would highly recommend seeing this movie. It is in French, but don't worry, it's very quickly you kind of forget the movie's in French because it's just so funny and goofy and entertaining. The way the characters move in that movie was a big inspiration for how I tweaked my character animation style for BrickBob Films. Because the characters in that movie are also like pieces of plastic, so they're very rigid and stiff, but it plays into the silliness of the film.
I can't. I can't. I can't. Can't.
Where the hell did you find 5? I don't. It was a long time ago, but I got like a pack of 5. It was like the only thing there was. Just One Bite. That was like one of my most popular BrickBob Films episodes. Paramount Plus in Brazil. Yeah, I don't know what the distribution story is on that anymore. I don't know what's been going on. I feel really bad because like I didn't grow up with Last Airbender, but when I finally saw it during COVID, I thought like, man, I would have enjoyed this growing up. This was a really cute, good show. It had what, 3 solid seasons. It wrapped up very neatly. I don't know if the oh, well, actually, there's one thing I wanted to talk about. I don't know if the series has had like a tough time since, but like that film that came out, like the new one that's supposed to come out, it's like the animation looks so beautiful. It was animated by people that really cared, I can tell.
I can't take it. Can't take it.
Genuine 2D animation, like, oh, it's amazing.
I can't take it. Take it.
Yeah, like, here's the thing. Streams are not for everybody. I don't watch streams myself. It's not everyone's cup of tea, let alone watching streams of something like this. This is not a very common thing. I mean, I can't think of anyone else that's doing stop motion live streams. But even if not, why not be the first? People don't have to watch if they don't want to. They don't have to watch live if they don't want to. I'm just glad that I get to make content for you guys without it having to come at the expense of me devoting time to doing this. Because if I wanted to make like a several hour long video talking about animating and the process of animating. If I try doing it the old-fashioned way, just making a video, it would take weeks of editing. So much footage to go through. So I'm really enjoying this. Take it. You know, I want like it's nice to ask to ask more of your audience. Like, I don't know, dude. Even if it's a smaller audience, like I don't need to be making Mr. Beast stuff. But just like even if I had like 50,000 subscribers of like really devoted fans that care about like stop motion as much as I do, like that goes a long way. More than 1 million subscribers for something that like I don't care about at all. You know? Like if I had like a Minecraft channel, I don't care about Minecraft. Yo, you have a good one. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, this is like it is weird, but this is what it's like making an episode of BrickBob Films. This is what I do. Oh my gosh. I do find this like more enjoyable than doing something like Lolo the Lucky Clown. Those studies I did that were 24 frames per second, those were so much work. But you're achieving a different result. Personally, I like telling story and using animation as the vehicle for it. Those Lolo the Lucky Clown studies I did, I mean, it's really just character animation, like feature film, really smooth, Leica character animation. I made those because I was applying to Leica. Certainly wouldn't apply to Leica with this. But that's the thing, you're always making new stuff that's out of your comfort zone, and that's kind of the point. Yo, what's up, Rules? Welcome back. I think we'll finish this, what do you call it? Scene tonight. And then we can start a new audio clip tomorrow. So keep in mind, when I finish this scene tonight, that means we will be 2 minutes into the episode. What's this? The one SpongeBob I'll never make? I feel like there's a lot. Like, I have a list of episodes I'll never make. A Pal for Gary? Well, actually, you know, I mean, like, A Pal for Gary has, like, there's potential for making, like, some really cool stuff with the creature, but that episode is so awful. So terrible. Never touch that one. Granted, that one's like post movie, like that's season 7 or something. So I'm trying to think of something that's more from the era of SpongeBob that I'm making now. I don't think I will ever make All That Glitters. I don't think I'll ever do that episode. I really don't like that episode. It's like an astonishingly not funny episode of SpongeBob. Okay, so Liquid, I actually do keep track of time on my app. I need to go through the times of like how long it took me to make each episode from last year. I'm just kind of scared to look. So I gotta tell you guys that in January, when I was making demo reels for my website and just going over, housekeeping, cleaning my computers, cleaning my desktops, moving folders around, preparing for the new year, just looking at all the footage I captured, looking at that is a really weird feeling. Because what you're doing is you're looking at the fruits of all your labor, hundreds of hours of time, all for a few minutes of footage. And I remember just looking at all of it back this past January and thinking like, okay, what do I want to make more of? And what do I want to make less of? What really resonated with me? And what do I feel doesn't resonate with me? Because remember, for this kind of work, the work that you make will curate more of the work you're going to get. You know what I mean? What your style is, what you're animating. The more of that you make, the more attention you're going to foster around that, and the more people are going to come to you asking for work like that, you know? So, that's why in the case of BrickBob Films, I want to make a point in an effort to integrate more of my clay stuff in it, you know? Good Neighbors is also a terrible episode. I really don't like that episode. It is so not funny. Oh, God, I really don't like Good Neighbors. Yeah, that's kind of the thing, is in the post movie era, the post SpongeBob movie era. Oh, Rules, thank you so much. Yeah, everyone, remember to drop a like if you're here, if you haven't already. Really, really helps. But yeah, starting in season 4, there's definitely the thing where there'll be a really good episode and the sister episode is something just awful. So, Good Neighbors, for instance, the episode sucks, but the first episode is Skill Crane. The episode's great. It's funny. It's clever. That's why I think that those, like, SpongeBob is such a genius show, but it's also very dangerous to write for, I think. Because the reason... Excuse me. What I think is so great about the writing behind SpongeBob... Excuse me, I'm clearing my throat. Is the writers will take these character archetypes, SpongeBob, Squidward, Mr. Krabs, Patrick. They'll take these archetypes and put them in scenarios, and when done right, you'll get 10 minutes of amazing comedy. Amazing comedy. What if SpongeBob and Patrick went camping with Squidward? What if SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward had a snowball fight? What if SpongeBob and Patrick and Squidward blew bubbles all day. What if SpongeBob and Squidward worked the night shift at their work? It's just endless amounts of like, put these character archetypes in this situation for 10 minutes and you get so much great comedy. But the reason I say that it's dangerous to write for something like that is that if the premise isn't funny, or if it just doesn't really work, you're gonna get 10 minutes of like insufferably not funny stuff. So All That Glitters, that's a good example of an episode that just does not have a funny premise. The premise for All That Glitters is, what if SpongeBob broke his spatula? That's pretty much what it is. And they run with that for 10 minutes. It's not funny in the beginning. It's not funny in the middle. I mean, the middle is like kind of the best part of it, and even then it's not good. And then the finale is really, really, really not funny. It's just a sad, miserable episode. I really don't like All That Glitters, but like, take that, and you guys, I'm sure, can think of a whole bunch of episodes that are the same way, you know? The Thing, I do not like The Thing. That is another just sad episode. It's like, once again, that's just another episode where it's, first of all, Squidward's just trying to enjoy himself, not hurt anyone. He's just trying to live his life and enjoy some alone time. And simply because he wants time to himself, he's just tortured the whole time. I really don't like that episode. And you know what? That episode is connected to Hocus Pocus. And that's like not a really bad episode. I mean, I made it last year. I think that's around the time I stopped, too. I don't know why the lighting is changing all of a sudden. That's very weird. I don't know what that is.
Hi. Hi.
Wigstruck. Wigstruck I don't hate as much. It's like a bizarrely mean-spirited episode, but the reason I don't think it gets to me that much is because SpongeBob has this, so one of SpongeBob's defining like character traits, at least to me, is that SpongeBob has this indomitable spirit to him. You know? Like, I like seeing that even though everyone's being really mean and making fun of SpongeBob about his wig, he doesn't let it get to him, and he's just like, I don't care. I'm doing this thing that I love. I have this wig and it makes me happy. I don't think that the resolution is like good, where it's like Sandy's like, you gotta get rid of the wig because people think you're weird. I don't think that's like a really good message, but the episode I think saves itself when, like, right after he gets rid of the wig, everyone starts wearing wigs, and SpongeBob was like, oh wait, I was cool before anyone else. Wigstruck, I really, I don't think it's a great episode, but I don't think it's quite as bad as some of the others. But I distinctly remember that one of the things that turned me off from watching SpongeBob when I was young, shoot, what It's good. Accidentally moved SpongeBob. It's not good. One of the things that turned me off from SpongeBob when I was a kid was I remember my mom got me a DVD one day. It might have been the SpongeBob Round Pants DVD. I think it was called To SquarePants or Not to SquarePants. But I remember watching that DVD when I was a kid and being like, wow, all of these episodes are about Squidward just being mad at SpongeBob. Boating Buddies is a horrible episode. And oh my gosh, do you guys remember Squid's Visit? How many of you guys remember Squid's Visit? Squid's Visit is such a creepy episode. It's a very disturbing, it's like a horror movie. Like, I'm not kidding. It's like a horror movie concept. It's a very unsettling episode. So that's the thing. It's like when I'm making an episode of BrickBob Films, I'm making my take on the episode, I feel like. I am going to put my own personality into it a bit. So that's why I say if I remade SB129 again, I would make it really creepy, probably. But Squid's Visit, that would be like a horror movie.
Time's up. Up. Up.
I could do some shots right now with videography, but I'm just going to keep filming because I'm just kind of in the zone. I'm going to keep doing this. It's going to be such a dialogue-heavy episode, but... So I do think I'm going to be doing some of the videography portions, but right now I just want to keep doing this. Oh, yeah, Gone. That episode's called Gone. Even the name is creepy. Yeah, that's another kind of disturbing episode.
You think you think you're a little
It's so funny just now that Squidward has sleeves. Every time I watch older episodes, I'm gonna be like, oh wow, Squidward's just he's just rocking a sleeveless. Like a motorcyclist. Yeah, even the title card for Gone is very creepy. But oh, Life of Crime, that's just another amazing episode. Once again, that's another great example of the writers taking two characters, SpongeBob and Patrick, Dumb and Dumber, and saying, what if these two thought they committed a crime? And you get 10 minutes of amazing comedy. Gosh, that's an amazing episode. It's so simple and so brilliant.
Have fun inside. Have fun inside. Side. Side. Chap. Fun inside.
Yeah, the Clash of Triton is not a good episode. I mean, King Neptune's already like super unlikable. Like that's the thing. Neptune spatula. I've gotten some people asking me to make Neptune spatula. That's another episode where it's like King Neptune is just so unlikable in that episode. But I feel like I could make a cool clay animation thing of him. It's just it's not an episode that's on my radar very much because I don't think it's a great episode. I like that it broadens the SpongeBob lore by introducing like character like King Neptune, but anyway, back to Clash of Triton. Yeah, King Neptune, he's like, "Oh, I miss my son. My son hates me. My son won't talk to me. I miss my son so much." And then you see the backstory, like he shows a recording of the backstory. And the whole backstory, King Neptune's just being an inconsiderate jerk to Triton the whole time. Like just completely just such a huge jerk.
Challenge.
And you're like, I really don't feel bad for you, dude.
Gonna make challenge.
Yeah, and then Triton's like, "Oh, I love you, Dad," even though his dad just proved his point by once again showing like, "Oh, I'm only proud of you because you're doing something that's 100% on my terms and conditions, you know?" Yeah, oh gosh. The SpongeBob specials just really went downhill.
It is it is it is good is good it 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 it
The Krusty Krab becoming an ice ring. I think you're thinking of Krabs a la mode. That's a good episode.
it
I loved Atlantis Square Pantis when I was a kid.
it
once again, that was another episode. Like, I know a lot of people say that it's terrible, but I thought I thought that it was such a cool episode because it was an example of a SpongeBob episode that like opened the world of Bikini Bottom. Like, it made the world feel bigger.
It's gonna.
I didn't know or even care that David Bowie was in it.
It's gonna make.
It is funny though that he like was in it and didn't sing, but whatever.
Gonna make me.
Yeah. And then SpongeBob versus the Big One came out, and I remember being a kid and hearing, "Ooh, Johnny Depp is in it." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I think I know who Johnny Depp is."
Gonna make.
But the Big One, SpongeBob versus the Big One just sucks. Like, I'm sorry. Like, watch it again. It is the most nothing SpongeBob special of all time. Like, it's genuinely not, like, it's not a good SpongeBob special. It's just SpongeBob and it's just SpongeBob and Patrick and Squidward messing around with surfboards for like 15 minutes. Sandy gets stuck on an island and doesn't do anything. Mr. Krabs is trapped in the ocean, and then it's not really funny at all, but then he runs into the Flying Dutchman, and Flying Dutchman's pretty great. But then, like, in the last 5 minutes, they're like, oh, there's the Big One. The Big One is coming. Keep in mind, the Big One is not set up. Not set up anywhere before that, like, that, the final act. So it's just like, ugh.
Me.
It's just so, it's so nothing. That's a good episode.
Me.
Have you seen the snail? That's a good special. My favorite part of SpongeBob versus the Big One, I'm bringing this up because you mentioned the Gary Come Home song. My favorite part of SpongeBob versus the Big One is when the song I Made a Beeline for the Tree Line plays. That's like a genuinely very beautiful song. And it's only a minute, but it's like a very beautiful meditative moment.
Me come camping with you. Make me come camping with you. Come camping with you.
Yeah, SpongeBob versus the Big One is just, it's such a nothing special. Like, you just watch it, and if you're probably gonna remember the whole climax with the Big One. If you remove the scene with the Big One, the giant wave, and just look at the rest of the episode, it's just absolutely nothing.
With you. Camping with you.
Okay, so I think this is going to be a moment where I'm going to do videography because Squidward just keeps going on and on. And we've been filming this whole thing with stop motion. Look at this. Look at this. Bro, look at how many frames we've been doing. We started this far back.
Aren't you two supposed to be camping?
We are camping.
SpongeBob, it's not camping if you're 10 feet from your house.
I have to take that photo later.
As long as you're outdoors, while all those soft city folk are safe in their beds reading books, we're out here, pitting ourselves against the formidable forces of nature. Want to join us?
No.
Okay, have fun inside.
What do you mean, have fun inside?
Just have fun inside.
See tomorrow.
You
You little sneak. I know what you're doing.
What?
Don't think I can't see what you're doing.
What?
You're saying I can't take it.
No,
You're saying I'm stuck. You think your little have fun inside challenge is gonna make me come camping with you?
I mean, it's well animated. I like it, but I think I want to fill it out the rest with some videography. But I need to do the closing shot. I'm with you two losers, so get used to it. So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna pick back up here. When I was a kid, I heard about. Wait, hold on a second. When I was a kid, I heard about Truth or Square, but I never saw it because like I didn't have TV. But then when I finally did see it, I was like, what is this? Like I miss when a SpongeBob special was like actually special and was doing something that kind of broke the traditional genre tropes of, that just kind of broke the mold a bit for what SpongeBob, a normal episode of SpongeBob is. But then I saw Truth or Square, and it's just like a bunch of celebrity cameos. It's just celebrities showing up looking bored for 5 minutes. It's like, what is this? Yeah, I don't get. I'm gonna be real with you with King Triton. I don't get him simply because the fact that the depiction of him in the show. Keep in mind, he was established in the first 3 seasons, is completely different than the one in the movie. Sorry, King Neptune. I don't know if I said King Triton. I probably said that by accident a couple times, but yeah, I don't know why. Like I feel like King Neptune isn't a prominent enough character in the show to justify like changing him completely in the movie and then like going back. I don't know, dude. It's just a minor distraction. Mystery Train? I didn't see that.
So, 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 so.
One of the things I sorely miss from like more modern SpongeBob is I really missed Apache the Pirate segments. That was something that I really sorely missed from the later SpongeBob specials that would happen was when they wouldn't have Apache the Pirate segment. At least Atlantis SquarePantis had Apache the Pirate plot. It was really weird, but at least they did it. Also, the whole back in Encino scene is so funny. When he's dancing. That's like a meme with me and my friend. I need to rewatch the stop motion SpongeBob specials. I think it's just like I love that it's stop motion, but I think just what really gets to me is the writing because the writing's so different, you know? Eduardo, I don't really have an opinion because I just don't watch the newer seasons. I stopped watching the seasons like after I think 8. Other than that, I've only seen the movies. Someone asked me what my opinion was on Search for SquarePants, and we were like 3 hours into streaming, and I was so hot at the time, so like I could barely form sentences, but like you could say that that's the newest SpongeBob thing that I've seen. I saw it, and it's just rubbish. It's just nothing. The story is the same one from the first movie, but told way, way, way worse. SpongeBob is not interesting in the slightest. He's pretty much just a toddler. The stream's getting so negative. No. It's and another thing about it is the animation quality doesn't look like it was meant to be seen in a theater. Yeah, if I mean, I ranked the SpongeBob movies on this channel, but if I had to, like, if I had to give it like off the top of my head, because like more SpongeBob movies have come out since I made that video, because I guess they're just releasing like 3 or 10 every year. beat the SpongeBob IP into the ground.
Okay.
You have the first one up here. Then way, way, like a country mile below it, you have Sponge Out of Water. Then I would say you have the Plankton movie. Then, I don't know, no. Search for SquarePants. Then Sandy Cheeks movie. And all the way at the bottom, you have Sponge on the Run. That episode, not episode, that movie is an offense to all mankind.
Okay.
Have fun inside. Ah, that glare driving me crazy.
Have fun inside. I-
I think I'm going to do a digital zoom here and add a little effect for Squidward shouting. All right. Okay, guys, I'm going to use the restroom quickly, and then we're going to come back. Wait, hold on a second. Great. Yeah, I'm going to use the restroom quickly. Then I'm going to come back. We're going to finish this take. Then we'll be good. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, we are back. Okay, hopefully the live chat is still working. But yeah. So we're gonna wrap up this shot. I mean, yeah, probably call it a night when this scene is done. Okay, it's working. Yeah, I'm usually like I'm gonna try and have dedicated anchor streams that will happen regardless. I want to do that just for consistency and just so you guys can like have some kind of schedule to go off of. But I think that if I just like if if I'm ever filming, I'll probably throw on a stream even if it's not scheduled. But regardless, there's going to be I think the majority of the work is going to be on stream. So what I have to do is film for frames 1575 through 1690.
But that is never gonna happen. There is no way I'm gonna sit out here all night with you two losers. So get used to it.
Okay.
Oh, really? The last Airbender live action thing, not good. I'm just
With you.
like here's the thing. Like I'm a big proponent that like I like how animation looks more than real life. I like how animated people look better than real people. Like I'm really like if I could make the whole world animated and have like different parts of the world be different styles of animation, I would do it. Like I look at cartoon characters and I'm like, they look good. They look right. And then like to see a show like Last Airbender go from animated to live action, I'm like, ew. I'm like, why would I want to be reminded how flesh-colored and unappealing humans look in real life? You know what I mean? If there was like a surgery to make myself a toon so I could be like a Who Framed Roger Rabbit cartoon character, I would probably do it. Okay, so I did see the Mario Galaxy movie in theaters. I'm not seeing Toy Story 5 in theaters. I'm sure it's good. I'm sure it's decent. I'm sure it's more than decent. I'm sure that, you know, it's a really well-made movie. But I don't care. I'm so apathetic to the idea of there being a Toy Story 5. I don't know. It's one of those things that I'm perfectly content with waiting to come onto Disney Plus. I've heard good things about it, and I'm sure it's a really well-made film. Have any of you guys seen it? If you guys have stuff to talk about, I'd love to hear about it, but no. I don't have any plans to see it in theaters. Taking the videography footage, but it's super dark. Yeah. Oh gosh. The Mario Galaxy movie was just it's such garbage. It felt like I was watching just a feature length product, you know? It it felt like kind of like Ready Player One or Ralph Breaks the Internet. Granted, I think I definitely dislike Ralph Breaks the Internet even more, but but it was just like, oh, look at all this stuff that we own that you like. You know, I think the biggest offense that the Mario Galaxy movie made to me is the fact that they bombard you with so much Nintendo stuff, so many different games, so many different Mario games, so many Star Fox shows up. I'm sure there's stuff in the background that I missed. Mr. Game and Watch shows up. Rob the Robot shows up. It's just so much stuff. I couldn't keep up with it all, and it just felt like I was going on a theme park ride. Okay, so just to make sure that I'm getting the timing of the videography right, I'm going to pull up the audio that I'm puppeteering along to. You'll see what I mean. It's laborious filming these videography segments, but you just gotta do it sometimes.
You're saying I can't take it.
But all I...
You're saying I'm soft. You think your little have fun inside challenge is gonna make me come camping with you. But that is never gonna happen. There is no way I'm gonna sit out here all night with...
I have to do it again. I have to do it again. He fell over. Oh yeah, Pikmin shows up. Yeah. No, I'm not kidding. There was so much going on in that movie. I could not keep up with all of it. Like, I forgot that Wart, what's his name, was even in the movie. I forgot Mario and Luigi could speak at one point because they just had nothing to do.
Fun inside challenge is gonna make me come camping with you. But that is never gonna happen. There is no way I'm gonna sit out here all night with you two losers. So get used to it.
I'm gonna do another take.
I'm soft. You think your little have fun inside challenge is gonna make me come camping with you. But that is never gonna happen. There is no way I'm gonna sit out here all night with you two losers. So get used to it.
I'm gonna
Okay.
do one more.
I'm soft. You think your little have fun inside challenge is gonna make me come camping with you. But that is never gonna happen. There is no way I'm gonna sit out here all night with you two losers. So get used to it.
Bro, I filmed it for like 2
Okay.
minutes.
Have fun inside.
That's it, I'm in.
It's so annoying that I have to look through this screen. So I always have to plop myself down on the desk. Oh, yeah, I always record the voices before I film. Move to, I think it is. Yeah. Because when you record the voices before, then you can get the timing right through the animation. Because the animation has to be very precise. You don't want the animation to influence the vocal performance.
But that is never gonna happen.
Yeah, you see how we have the footage here now? I had to adjust it.
But that is
That'll work.
history.
Okay. Have fun inside.
That's it, I'm in.
Then he runs away. Is there anything else I forgot to film? It's not camping when you're 10 feet from your house. I know that we have to do that.
The weekend is here, and this isn't just any old weekend. This is the weekend SpongeBob.
Yeah, when Star Fox showed up,
Wouldn't it be great
when
if
he
they
showed
got
up in the Mario Galaxy movie, there was like a 2D animated segment. It was like 30 seconds. And I wanted to be watching that instead.
soft bed, warm tea, a good book, 2 whole days with no. What the?
Footage looks great.
Aren't you two supposed to be camping?
We are camping.
SpongeBob, it's not camping if you're 10 feet from your house.
Oh, we
Okay, wait. Oops, my bad.
And
folks, we're out.
Oh, I'm gonna take a picture here.
Folks,
When I first started making these videos, I used to record the animation first and kind of then I would record along to it, but that was something that was just me being a kid, being young and dumb. No, when you're doing like you want to animate along to the sound. Of course, I was a little kid. I really cared about the animation. So that was the part I was always like the most enthusiastic about. But it's just common practice to do the audio first. Not like you have to. There have been times where I've animated and added music or sound effects after, but for stuff like audio, like, no. Because when a person is speaking, there's so much in that. There's so many little nuances to a performance. There's a lot of little intricacies. And if you animate after, you can capture those intricacies in the animation. So like even right now, the way that I recorded my lines, or anyone's lines, like anyone who's in the show, because sometimes other people come on, I'm able to implement those I can use those intricacies to influence the animation. Yeah. I don't know when I'm going to make the sea bear. I do not know. The stream will end when it ends, but I don't know when I'm going to make the sea bear. It'll just happen. It'll happen when it happens. I'm like trying to think specifically when. I'm just trying to get back into the groove of things, you know? And so far it's going so good, but eventually there's going to come a point where I'm going to need to have the sea bear figured out and cross that bridge when I come. Okay, so we have to take all these frames that we captured. Boom.
You little sneak. I know what you're doing. Don't think I can't see what you're doing. You're saying I can't take it. You're saying I'm stuck. You think you're a little half.
Okay, so
With you. With that.
we need the shot of him running into the house, them outside of the tent, and then I need to get one of SpongeBob and Patrick lost in the woods. Yeah, that's it. How long have we been streaming? 4 hours. Yeah, it's a good stream. Let's see. Him running into the house and him outside the tent, I can do that because I'm going to be making the setup for just where the whole episode's going to take place on Con Street. Huh. I am pretty tired. We're approaching 11 p.m. 4 hour stream. Yeah. You know what? I think I think I'll call it. I think I'm going to call it here. If I get so inspired over the weekend, I'll get those other two shots in, but it's really not a big deal. So, I think I'm going to call the stream here, actually. Well, I'm going to stop the clock. But yeah, we made a lot of progress. It's been really good, but we're still, you know, getting in the swing of things. It's going to take time, but we're on our way. A couple days ago, I hadn't filmed a single shot for BrickBob Films in over 6 months, and here we are now. So, anyway, I'm going to call it here. Everyone, thank you so much for joining. Remember to join the Patreon for free. Consider becoming a channel member. Let's see if we can maybe hit 3 channel members by the end of the month. We're going to be back really soon. We got the weekend coming up. So if I stream, I stream. But if not, we should be back next week on Monday and Wednesday, it's looking like. So I'm going to see you guys really soon. Thank you so much for joining. I don't think there's anything left to say. Just, you guys have a good night. Thanks for coming by, and I'll see you guys soon.
Oof.